So, Spear of Destiny was the next logical step, and Spear of Destiny was actually the first one that I completed from start to finish, because I don't think I even got through one single episode of Wolfenstein 3D before I started, doing like Spear of Destiny and stuff. But to get through Spear of Destiny, especially with how difficult it was, I had to cheat. And I didn't know about like the debug codes or anything, so, jeez, there sure are a lot of guys sneaking around here. But I didn't know about the debug codes or anything, so I had to use the one cheat in Spear of Destiny that you can use without the debug code, which was a God mode cheat. It allows you to basically turn on God mode. It was like Tab G F11 or something really ridiculous. But it gave you the result that you wanted, so that was good. And with God mode on, I was able to actually beat the game, and I remember the day I did it, I was so excited. I think it was in like July or something. I was like, yeah, I beat Spear of Destiny. I got the little spear by my name on the Hall of Fame. It's so badass, even though, I did cheat and everything. And I probably used ILM several times, Because, as a kid, especially with the way the game is, I was doing a keyboard only. I could, doing anything keyboard only sucks because you're so limited by your turn speed. It's severely crippling. But that's just the way it was as a kid. You can only be so good at things. And, at that time I was more used to console gaming, so stuff like Wolfenstein was definitely very difficult for me. But I managed to persevere and I beat it with cheats. I mean, I wasn't legit enough to beat it without cheats. But hey, when you're 10, beating any game is just like, yeah, I did it. I don't care if I cheated, I did it. The real sucky thing is that even with God mode on, the screen would still flash red every time you got shot. So if there was like a million guys shooting at me, my screen would be red for several seconds at a time, and it just kills your eyes. I hated that, but otherwise it wasn't too bad. Okay, gotta be a bit careful here. I think that's the first non-secret chain gun. I love the chain gun in this game, just to go on a bit of a tangent here, but it's just so satisfying. Makes a loud-ass noise and just shreds them to pieces. It's so much better than the Doom chain gun. The Doom chain gun, especially after coming off the Wolfenstein chain gun, was a real disappointment because it's slower. It doesn't have such a satisfying noise. Although using the chain gun is wasteful. But I use it anyway, just because I like to just kick ass. I think more than 1 or 2 times people were like, wow, you should use the machine gun because it uses less ammo. And eventually I started to when I was playing through Wolfenstein Sextilogy. I started to use the pistol more because it was more controlled, I guess. Oh my god, oh shit, that was close. He probably could have fucking killed me with that. Alright. Knifing the dogs is kind of annoying because you have to be like dead on or it doesn't count, and sometimes it just doesn't count anyway. There we go. It's better to knife dogs than to shoot them because they can only melee you and it only takes 1 hit. Always. I mean, I think they literally have 1 hit point, so there's no way you can't kill them with the knife. Yeah, I'm gonna use the machine gun for a bit to try and save ammo here because I'm actually running a little low. Guess I got too careless with the chain gun there. But to get back to the nostalgia topic, beating Spear of Destiny was great, and later that summer I would buy Doom 2, which is unrelated, but at the same time, like I think it was the same night I bought Doom 2, I would end up discovering that there was more. There was expansions to Spear of Destiny. Which is interesting to hear because I didn't know that they existed, and I don't even think my brother knew that they existed either. But there were expansions to Spear of Destiny. There were a couple of custom-made episodes that were made by like FromGen or something, or FormGen. They didn't have anything to do with id Software, but I think id might have published them. I'm not entirely sure on that, so don't quote me, but I think that's the lowdown of it. Is my map gonna work? No, the map is refusing to cooperate now. which sucks because I need it, because I want to check to be sure I've gotten everywhere. Because it's not easy for me to remember exactly where I've been, and I've not found any secrets on this map so far, I think. There we go. There's an area I haven't been. The fortunate thing is that a lot of these maps won't take too long. Unlike in Wolfenstein Sextilogy, which was blind to an extent, and EC Wolf, where the enemy roster is much more varied, I can kind of breeze through these levels without having to worry too much because the enemies are easy and they're not placed in kind of dickish ways a whole lot of the time. So, much easier. There we go. This is what I wanted to see. Okay, now we can go ahead and exit. Yeah, I love being able to move so fast in this. It's great. It's one of the best things about the game, is just being able to breeze everywhere. Okay, this is not where I want to be. Damn this map. Episode 1's probably the only episode I'm really all that familiar with, and even then I tend to forget a lot of the time where I need to go. It's just natural, because it's a very mazy game. Everything looks samey, and it's hard to vary maps up very much. That's why I can't be too critical of any custom-made Wolfenstein map, because oftentimes the best you can do is just try to vary it up with different props, but, you know, there's just not a whole lot you can do. Wolfenstein's a simple game, has simple map design, so it's limited, and you just kind of have to live with it. You can make some great maps, but oftentimes to get more out of the game, you're going to have to start editing the source code and whatnot. But that's a topic for another time. Map 4 is done.